last episode, we have seen the thermodynamic versus kinetic stability, and also we have seen various factors affecting the stability of metal complexes. In this episode, we are going to learn the substitution reaction in square planar complexes. So, the content of this lecture is substitution reaction in square planar complexes. We will see what is trans effect, theories of the trans effect, and at the end of the lecture we are going to learn the mechanism of substitution reaction in square planar complexes. The ligand substitution reaction in square planar complexes are generally observed in D8 metal complexes, because most of the D8 metal complexes except nickel is square planar in nature. Nickel complexes may be square planar as well as tetrahedral in nature. Most of the work on this square planar complexes is done on platinum complexes, because the rate of ligand exchange reaction in platinum complexes is remarkably slow compared to the others. Other than platinum, palladium as well as gold complexes is also studied in case of square planar complexes. But in this episode, we are mainly focused upon the substitution reaction in platinum plus 2 square planar complexes. Consider the substitution reaction in platinum plus 2 complexes, that is mono-nitro trichloroplatinum complexes. If you replace one of the chloro group in this complex with amino ligand to yield another complex, then theoretically there is two possibility. Either the chloro group trans to NO2 get replaced or cis to NO2 get replaced to yield two products, namely trans as well as cis. So, theoretically there is a possibility of the two products, but experimentally it is observed that only the trans isomer, which is predominantly formed by the replacement of chloro group lying trans to NO2 by NH3. The phenomena of such type of replacement is called trans effect. Group like NO2 minus, which direct the entering ligand to occupy the position trans to them, are called trans directing groups, and the property of these groups, due to which the groups lying trans to them are replaced far more readily by the entering ligand, is called trans directing character or simply the trans effect. The trans effect is also defined as the effect of coordinating group on the rate of the replacement of a group lying trans to it in a metal complexes. In the trans form of a square planar complexes MLX3, where L and X are trans to each other, if ligand X, which is trans to L, is rapidly replaced by another group, say Y, to give MLX2Y, then L is said to have trans effect or trans directing character. Thus, L has a greater trans effect than X. So, you can see in this L is having more trans effect compared to X, and therefore, the ligand X trans to L get replaced by the incoming ligand Y to give the another complex MLX2Y. By measuring rates, a series of ligand can be put into an order of decreasing trans effect, and this series is called trans effect series. So, the available ligand can be arranged in the order of increasing trans effect. As you can see in this series, there are ligands like amino, hydroxo or water aquo are at the lower end of the trans effect series, while the ligands such as carbonyl, cyanide, etc. are lying at the high end of the series, and this series is called trans effect series. So, these ligands is having higher trans effect compared to the ligand lying at the low end of the series. The ligand lying at the high end of the series have vacant pi or pi star orbital, which can accept electron from metal orbital to form metal ligand pi bond, either d pi p pi or p pi p pi. These ligands are therefore called pi bonding ligand. The transdirecting ability of this pi bonding ligand increases with the increase of their ability to form metal ligand pi bond. The trans effect of the ligand which are not able to form metal ligand pi bond, that is the ligand which are lying at the lower end of the series, increases with the increase of their polarizability. Say for example, we have a chloro, bromo and iodo. Iodo being more polarizable will have higher trans effect than the bromo, which in turn have higher trans effect than the chloro, which is the least polarizable among these. So, in general trans effect increases with the increase in the polarizability of the ligand lying at the lower end of the trans effect series. Now, let us understand why this is happen. To understand that, there are two theories of the trans effect, namely electrostatic polarization theory and pi bonding theory. Let us first understand the electrostatic polarization theory. This is the earliest theory proposed by Greenberg in 1927 to account for the trans effect, and it is a thermodynamic approach. According to this theory, there are two types of a complex, namely PTX4 and PTX3L. In this PTX4 complex, the primary positive charge on the platinum induces the dipole in the direction of all 4 X ligand. The two ligand X which are lying trans to each other have equal and opposite polarization, and therefore, it will be cancelled by each other, and resultant there is no trans effect. However, in case of a ligand complex PTX3L, the L is more polarizable compared to X. In this case also, the primary positive charge on platinum induces the dipole in the direction of 2x. The 2x which are trans to each other have equal amount of polarization, and it will cancel each other. Because of a more polarizability nature of L, the ligand which is lying trans to L will have less electron density, and consequently the bond with platinum to this ligand is get weakened, and the bond between platinum and the L gets stronger. So, due to less electron density, the PTX bond will be weakened and it will be slightly longer compared to the normal platinum X bond, and therefore, this bond is this ligand is getting replaced by another incoming ligand Y. This theory predicts that the trans effect will be important only if the central metal itself is polarizable. The experimental evidence in favor of this theory comes from the structural characterization of this type of a complexes. Consider the two complexes. One is the platinum trichloro complexes, in which the platinum chlorine bond length, in which the chlorine is lying trans to amino, is 2.32 angstrom, while same is 2.35 angstrom in case of a chloro group lying trans cis to amino. In this case, the trans effect order is this, that is chloro is having more trans effect than amino, and therefore, the bond trans to chloro is slightly weaker and longer compared to the bond which is lying cis to chloro. Same is also observed in another complexes, bromo complexes, in which the PT-Br bond is 2.42 angstrom in case of a bromine lying cis to bromine, while the another one PT-Br bond is slightly longer and weakened, having bond length 2.70 angstrom, wherein this bromine is lying trans to another bromine. In this case also, the bromo is having more trans effect than amino. This is another example in which the two ligands, that is ethylene ligand and chloro ligand. The ethylene having more trans effect than the chloro, and therefore, the bond trans to ethylene, that is PTCl bond trans to ethylene, is slightly longer and weakened, having bond length 2.42 angstrom compared to the platinum chloro bond which is lying cis to this ligand which is having bond length 2.32. Same is also observed in the ethylene complex of platinum with tribromo. In this case also the bond lying trans to ethylene is having bond length 2.50 angstrom. After understanding the polarization theory, let us see the another theory, that is pi bonding theory. The electrostatic polarization theory can well explain the trans effect of the ligand lying at the low end of the series, that is for aquo, hydroxo, amino, etc. However, this theory cannot explain the high trans effect of the pi bonding ligand like carbonyl, cyanide, ethylene, etc., which are lying at the high end of the series. Pi bonding theory, which is due to Chat and Orgel, given in 1955 and 1956, accounts well for the high trans effect of such ligand. According to this theory, there is a formation of a pi bond between the trans directing ligand L and that of central metal ion. Due to formation of such pi bond, the electron density between the metal and ligand L increases, while there is a reduction in the electron density in the direction opposite to it, and therefore, this bond is consequently weakened and its bond length will increases. Due to the higher bond length and weaker strength of this bond, the new incoming ligand Y will occupy the position, and therefore, there is a formation of a 5 coordinated activated complex having trigonal bipyramidal geometry, and then there is X is leave the place to give the another new complex PTX3LY. So, this is how the substitution reaction proceeds, in which the ligand trans to L get easily replaced. This is a d pi p pi bond formation. Apart from d pi p pi bond, in some of the ligand there is a possibility of forming d pi bond also, in which the ligand is having pi or pi star orbital will overlap with the pi orbital of a metal to form such type of a bond. So, now after understanding the theories of trans effect, let us now understand the mechanism of substitution reaction in the square planar complexes. The obvious question will come into our mind is whether it is a unimolecular or it is a bimolecular, that is to say whether it is SN1 or SN2. Substitution reaction in platinum square planar complexes is generally proceeded by the bimolecular displacement, that is SN2 mechanism, involving either the solvent or the entering ligand as the nucleophilic agent. Experimental evidence is in favor of SN2 mechanism, because the steric and electronic reasons the coordination number of the metal is increased to include the entering ligand. The metal is exposed for the attack above and below the plane. Furthermore, platinum 2, which is a D8 system, has a vacant pz orbital of relatively low energy, which accepts the pair of electron donated by the entering ligand. Substitution reaction of cis and trans PTA2LX with Y to yield PTA2LY have been explained on the basis of nucleophilic attack of Y through trigonal bipyramidal structure. The process is entirely stereospecific, that is to say cis complex will yield cis product and trans will give trans product. So, this is how you can see the cis product gives cis while trans complexes gives trans product. In both this, the one of the ligand is replaced by the incoming ligand Y to give the trigonal bipyramidal intermediate, from which the leaving group will leave to give a square planar complexes. The Martin and his co-workers have shown that the rate of hydrolysis reaction of the 4 complexes, namely tetrachloro, trichloro, dichloro and monochloro, vary only by a factor of 2, which is very quite small effect, although the charge on this reactant platinum complexes varies from +2 to. However, the charge on this reactant platinum 2 complexes varies from -2 to +1. This variation in rate is remarkably small. The breaking of platinum chloro bond should become much more difficult in this series of complexes as the charge on the complexes becomes more positive. However, the formation of a new bond, that is attraction of a platinum for a nucleophile, should increase in the same order. Since there is a small effect of change of charge on the complex on the rate of the reaction, both PTCl bond breaking and PT-OH2 bond making are of comparable importance. This is a strong evidence in the favor of SN2 mechanism. For the substitution reaction of square planar complexes like PTA3X with Y minus to yield PTA3Y in the water involves a complication, since the solvent water also behaves as a potential ligand. For this reaction, a two-term rate law is given by the expression rate is equal to rate constant K1 into concentration of PTA3X plus K2 into concentration of PTA3X into concentration of Y, where K1 is the first order rate constant for solvent controlled reaction and K2 is second order rate constant for reaction with Y. A convenient analysis of rate constant can be made by running the reaction with large excess of nucleophile Y minus. Under this condition, the observed rate constant, that is K observed, is pseudo first order and is related to K1 and K2 as K observed is equal to K1 plus K2Y. The rate law represented by above equation indicates that the reaction of PTA3X with Y to yield PTA3Y is occurring by two path mechanism, only one of which involves Y minus in the rate determining steps. These two paths are shown in this figure. As you can see, there is a two path, one in which the solvent water molecule is involved. So, the complex PTA3X is attacked by the water in a slow step to yield the 5 coordinated intermediate, which leaves X in a fast step to give again the square planar complexes in which the solvent is occupying transposition, which will leave in the another step, fast step, and is being replaced by Y to give the square planar product. While in alternative path, there will be slow attack by the ligand Y to give the square, to give trigonal bipyramidal intermediate, which in a fast step will lose X to give the product. So, we have a two path. The upper path is the solvent path, also called as Y independent path, and the lower path is the direct path, or it is called as reagent path. In the solvent path, the solvent water replaces X in the slow step and is subsequently replaced by Y in a rapid step. Experience shows that Y independent path is not an SN1 process, but it is a direct displacement of leaving group by the nucleophile in second order path, while the solvent path gives pseudo first order kinetics. The rate constant K1 is due to the solvent path, while K2 is due to the direct displacement of the leaving group by the nucleophile. Thus, it becomes convenient to designate the solvent path K1 as Ks and the direct displacement path K2 as Ky. So, the rate law will be K observed is equal to Ks plus Ky into concentration of Y. So, thus we have seen the substitution reaction in the square planar complexes, and we have seen that it follows the second order kinetics. The following factors affects the rate of substitution reaction in the square planar complexes, that is the trans effect, the nature of the leaving group, the type of the solvent we use for the substitution reaction, and finally, the charge on the complexes. So, in this lecture we have seen the substitution reaction in the square planar complexes, particularly we have emphasized on the platinum complexes. We have studied what is trans effect. We have studied two theories of trans effect, namely polarization theory and pi bonding theory, and at the end of the lecture we have seen the mechanism of substitution reaction in square planar complexes following two different paths. With this we have come to an end of this unit, as we have studied the thermodynamic and kinetic aspects of stability of metal complexes in this unit. Particularly at the end of the unit we have studied the ligand substitution reaction in the square planar complexes.